What's good, Chicago fans? Welcome to an episode of Sports Freaks Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Cummings, and I'm here with, for the very first time, Matthew Sheehan. How you doing today?
Doing good. Excited to be on Sports Freaks Podcast and talk some playoff football.
Yeah, well, your brother, also my cousin Frank, was on here about a year ago talking to Bears football. Shout out to him. But round of applause for Matt. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, hey, Bears are in the playoffs. They are on a 2-game losing streak. But today's video, we're talking about our Super Bowl predictions. I mean, we're going to go through each playoff matchup as wildcard weekend is this upcoming week.
Yeah.
And we're going to start in the AFC. The Broncos are the first seed. That defense is amazing. I'm not sure how far they're going to go. I have some questions with Bo Nix, but let's get into it. Our first matchup, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars do have home field advantage. What do you think?
I'm thinking Buffalo, personally. I just think with Josh Allen, he's got so much playoff experience. And, I mean, it hasn't been obviously what Buffalo's wanted, like Super Bowl-wise, but I'm taking Buffalo for sure. I know Jacksonville's on the come up and they've been looking good, but I just think Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, I think that they're too much experience and they're destined to make a run this year. So I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't really know who to pick here, but it's funny, the Bears do face both these teams next year.
Yeah. Both
the Jacksonville Jaguars and Buffalo Bills. And I think, like you said, the Bills just have a little more experience. I do think it's going to be a little bit closer game. The Jaguars were on fire to end the year. Liam Cohen is in the conversation for Coach of the Year, as he should be. Trevor Lawrence had a big year, even though I have this kind of one-season wonder type vibes from him. But that remains to be seen. I'm going to take the Bills here to win it. I think it's just like, again, with that experience.
Yeah.
And they'll move on, I believe, to face the Broncos, if I'm not mistaken. And then our next matchup in the AFC, we have the LA Chargers versus the New England Patriots. Patriots do have the home field advantage. They are the second seed. And we talked about it before the podcast started. You think that they can win the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, I just really like the way that they've been playing. I think Drake May's been having a great year. A lot of talk about Drake May, I feel like, the whole season. But, I mean, I think that their offense is just super high-powered. I think Mike Vrabel, I think those guys love him in New England. And I just get that vibe that they're kind of built for a deep run. I know there's a lot of talk about that they haven't, played a bunch of teams over 500.
They've played 3 teams over 500, and they've only won one of them.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously, like me calling them a Super Bowl team, that's a bit of a concerning stat. But I think that they're built for it. They've had games they've come from behind in a couple different games, and I think that their offense, if they're clicking at the right time, which I feel like they are, they could definitely make a run through this playoffs and Super Bowl bound, I would say.
Yeah, Chargers did not end the year with a high note. Patriots, young quarterback. I think they can get it done. I'm going to take New England all the way. And then we got our final matchup, wildcard matchup in the AFC. We have the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who you got? I got a hot take.
Give it to me.
I think the Steelers pull it off.
Do you really?
They do have home field advantage, and I don't trust CJ Stroud in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean this game, honestly, in the AFC, like looking at these, probably the most toss up in my eyes. I mean, I really don't know. I do want to say Houston. I'm leaning a little bit more towards them, just the way that Pittsburgh ended up in the playoffs. I think that they've been, Aaron Rodgers has been on. He's also been off some games. His hand's a little injured. And I think that Houston has a strong defense.
They do.
And I think, especially like maybe more so talking about the NFC side, but this is where, defense, it sounds cliche, but defense wins championships. And I think, if their defense can come and play good enough, I think that they will send Pittsburgh home. Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Houston pulls it off. I don't know. CJ Stroud, has he won a playoff game yet? He may have won one.
Maybe one, but not. Yeah,
I mean, I don't remember. But okay, so now we're past the wild card round. We'll go to the divisional round, and Denver versus Jacksonville. I think that would be the matchup here. If I show you this correctly, I'm not quite 100% sure, but I think we Jacksonville versus Denver, and then Patriots versus Steelers.
I mean, if we're talking Denver and Buffalo, I gotta say I'm probably giving it to Denver. I think same thing we were talking about with defense. I think that their defense in Denver,
and they also have home field advantage.
Home field advantage, yeah, super hard to play a mile high. They'll be ready for the playoffs for sure. Talking about experience too, Sean Payton, Super Bowl winning coach, and I think again he's got them ready to play. I know again Buffalo, it's two coaches, bunch of experience, playoffs. But again, I'm thinking Buffalo does not make it out of mile high.
All right, so Denver moves on to the conference championship, but then you got the Patriots, and I'll say the Steelers. You say the Texans,
yeah.
But who got coming out of that?
I'm going Patriots again. I think either obviously we have split decisions on Texans Steelers, but I think either way. Either one of those teams is only a one-win team. There's not. I don't think either one of them really have a deep run to be made. So again, I'm just taking Patriots. Just too much offensive power, and yeah, I just don't think I see either one of those teams really going much further than the second round here.
Yeah, and so that means that it would be the Broncos and the Patriots in the conference championship, and that's a tough one there. You know what? Screw it. Defense wins games. I'm taking the Denver Broncos to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I think if they go AFC Championship, it's going to be a coin flip game, really. But I think that I think it could turn into a shootout. I mean, obviously, you talk about defense, but I think if it does turn into a shootout, which I could definitely see happening, I think that gives the Patriots the edge there, and I think ultimately that puts them in the Super Bowl coming out of the AFC.
Okay, so the Broncos, we both agree. Are you used to the Patriots?
I'm Patriots to go to the Super Bowl, yeah.
Okay, so we split decision on who's going to win the Super Bowl. You say the Patriots, I say the Broncos. Let's go to the NFC, where we have Seattle at the number 1 seed. And they're also in the Super Bowl conversation, rightfully so. My only question is Sam Darnold. I have some iffy... especially what happened after last year with Minnesota, where he kind of just fell apart in those last 2 games against Detroit and the Rams. But I like their head coach, Mike McDonough, if I'm saying it correctly. In my opinion, they have the best receiver in JSN. They have a very good defense. Their run game is pretty good. But let's get into these wild card matchups in the NFC. Starting off with the Rams taking on the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers will have home field advantage. And I will admit, I think the Panthers can put up a little bit of a fight this game. The Panthers have shown that they could beat anybody in this league. And I don't think this is any different. However, I do think the Rams are going to win this game.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, I think, we just talked about experience too in the AFC. I think Sean McVay, Super Bowl winning coach, I think he just has too much experience. He's got Matthew Stafford, one of the oldest quarterbacks in the league, and he's playing out of his mind. One of his best seasons of his whole entire career.
This is his best season.
Yeah, I mean MVP talks and everything. And again, the Carolina Panthers, they've shown resiliency and they show fight, and the season didn't start out great for them, but I just think that it's going to be really hard to overcome Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford if they're clicking in the playoffs and the offense is rolling. So I'm going Rams.
So we both agree the Rams are going to win this game. Moving on to our Chicago Bears.
Our Bears
taking on the Green Bay Packers, and both teams have gone cold to end the year. Packers dealt with some injuries. The Bears just kind of dropped the ball to end the year.
Yeah.
Actually, funny stat. I saw that Kit Williams leads the league in yards lost because of drops.
Really? I didn't see that, but now that you're saying it out loud, it's definitely believable.
Yeah. I love my Chicago Bears. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I think Green Bay does somehow, some way get out of it.
Wow, that's I wasn't expecting you to say that.
It wouldn't surprise me the Bears win it. I'm not saying Bears have no chance. I'm saying that the way our defense has played these last 2 weeks, giving up 42 points
Yeah.
to the San Francisco 49ers. Yesterday was, or I'm sorry, not yesterday. Sunday wasn't good at all either. Obviously, they gave up 42, but it just felt like they when we needed them to get off the field, they could not get off the field on third down at all. And they're 27th against the run, 24th against the pass. It's been just a brutal past 2 weeks for the Bears. However, though, for the Bears, they might get Kyler Gordon back.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
And I believe Roman Dunes is also going to be coming back. So that's big. But, yeah, I think Green Bay wins, and they move on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for the flip side of that, I think I'm going to go Bears. I do think that it's going to be I think it's going to be a really gritty, like, dogfight, bear weather football game.
Yeah, I know.
And I think that I just think that the mental factor of it for Green Bay to go back to Chicago, where they just lost in that heartbreaker in Chicago, I think that's going to give the Bears the edge overall. And again, I think it's going to be very tight, but I think Bears maybe come out by a field goal at most. It's going to be a dogfight.
I don't care what happens to us the rest of the playoffs. Just beat them.
Oh, yeah, it would be
I
huge.
just don't
It'd be
care.
huge if the
I don't
Bears, yeah.
care what happens to us. I don't care if we get smacked by Philly or San Francisco. That's who we face if we beat Green Bay. I just please beat these guys.
Oh, sending them home in the playoffs is it's special for sure.
But speaking of San Francisco and Philadelphia, Philadelphia has home field advantage over the 49ers, and I'm going to be taking the Eagles here to begin. I don't trust that San Fran defense. They're last in the league in sacks. Obviously, they dealt with some injuries. Is Fred Warner coming back?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
he's not.
I have no doubt that Kyle Shanahan is a remarkable coach. I love Christian McCaffrey. I love Brock Purdy. I just don't trust that defense. And Philly hasn't played a lot better football as of recent because they started the year on a roller coaster of a ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles to win. What do you think? What do you got?
I'm gonna say same way. I think obviously San Francisco, their offenses look very good. Throughout the whole year, but their defense is just so depleted. They're injured. And again, same thing. Philly's been playing really good football, like you said. I mean, after that, after the Bears beat them on Black Friday, that was like a disaster for them. But I think since then they've kind of figured it out and bounced back.
Yeah.
Also defending Super Bowl champions, so I just think that they're in a place that they'll be able to go on a run for sure.
All right. Well, so now we got Philadelphia either taking on, you say the Bears, I say Green Bay. I think Philadelphia beats them both.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I would like to, see my Bears keep going. Our Bears, yeah.
We're both.
Yeah, even though we picked the Packers there.
Yeah, but, gotta get the good, better, best T-shirt out.
I think, I really do think it'd be tough to get past Philly. They're really cut out for this time of the year. I mean, obviously you saw it last year. They can run the ball. Their defense is one of the best in the league. I'm taking Philly there.
When we beat the Eagles, it was kind of like kicking the horse down. Kicking the horse while it's
down, yeah.
Because people were saying like, "Oh, Eagles are gonna run through us." I'm like, no, they just gave up a 21-point lead to Dallas. That's gonna sting them. Especially as a red hot Bears team. So I'm not saying like Eagles are a bad team. I'm just saying that Bears caught them at the wrong time.
Right.
Or at the right time because we beat them. But I don't think that either one of these teams will escape Philadelphia. And they will move to the conference championship. But on the other side, we have the Rams and the Seahawks in the divisional game. That's going to be a very good game. I don't know who's going to win that.
Yeah, I mean, they've, their games this year have been crazy, like, so far. This one really is a coin flip to me, but I think I'm going to give it to the Rams. I just think that Stafford has been, a bit of an upset there, but I think Stafford's really just been, he's been locked in. McVay, again, like we talked about, he's cut out for the playoffs, and goes back to the Sam Darnold thing. Like, obviously.
Do you trust Sam Darnold? That's the question.
It's like, he's had a good year, but he's also behind a very, very good defense. And that's the type of thing where, you get to these late playoff games, like, you have to make plays. Your quarterback has to be able to make plays. And I just don't know if Sam Darnold is, if he's cut out for that type of situation.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I've been kind of a Sam Darnold hater. Your bad quarterback kind of just turned good, and you're kind of questioning it. Maybe that's just me, but I'm gonna have to agree with you. I just think it'll be a dogfight. I think I can't think it'll be a dogfight, but I think the Rams will on to the conference championship. Will face the Philadelphia Eagles. If I'm not mistaken. Wait. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll face the Philadelphia Eagles. And, man, who you got there? Eagles and Rams.
It's another one. It's just a tough, it's just going to be a dogfight of a game. And the whole year, the NFC has just been so good.
Yeah.
But I personally think I'm going to give it to the Rams. I think that Phillies, obviously, they've had their ups and downs, and now they're kind of starting to turn the corner. But I just don't think that they've been all there this year, almost like a Chiefs situation.
The Rams have been more consistent than the Eagles have.
Like a Chiefs situation where you think, at some point the Chiefs are going to come turn this thing around where it's like, Philly's going to look at they're going to get back to their peak. But I just feel like they haven't really been there. But I do think that the Rams they're a Super Bowl ready team.
Yep. So that means we both agree the Rams are going to go, but we both have different opponents of which they're going to face. Rams versus Broncos. Just a quick, if that were to happen.
Wow. I mean, yeah, this whole year it's just been so wide open. But I mean, put me on the spot, Rams Broncos. I'm probably going Rams. I think that they're. I just think that they're ready. I think that their offense has been playing good. And obviously, then in that case that we talked about, that home field advantage at Mile High, that goes out the window because it's a Super Bowl.
That'd be played in Santa Clara.
Yeah, 49ers Stadium. So I think that that's a huge advantage for the Broncos. That goes away. The Rams are going to stay in California.
Yeah,
they're going out there, so close for them. And if that in that hypothetical, give me the Rams to win.
All right, and now Rams versus Patriots.
Yeah, it's tough, but I think I'm probably gonna have to go Patriots there.
Okay.
We talked about the scheduling and how they've only beaten 3 teams over 500, but I just think that when they've needed it this year, they've been able to lean on the offense, and Drake May's been giving them enough, and I think that if they end up in that situation, they'll be able to take down the Rams.
Well, I don't. Again, I mean, what's great about this is that the Chiefs are in it.
Yeah, I agree with you there,
100%. The last time the Chiefs were not in it, the Rams did win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Young quarterbacks with with Bo Nix and Drake May, both very young quarterbacks, and I think that's just what's on my mind. Just Rams have the more experienced players. I'm gonna take the Rams to beat either the Patriots or the Broncos. So therefore, my Super Bowl winner will be the Rams, and your Super Bowl winner will be the Patriots. If those two do meet, will be a rematch of 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Jared Goff and Tom Brady were playing. But those are our Super Bowl predictions. I want to thank you, Matt Sheen, for coming on the podcast today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hopefully, the Bears make a Super Bowl run. That would be crazy.
That'd be ideal. Perfect world scenario.
That'd be a perfect world scenario. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you guys subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys next one.